Welcome to Plowman's Backyard. My name is Kendra. Today it's a beautiful fall day and I was given some strawberry runners from my mother-in-law, and I haven't really grown strawberries here before. We used to grow strawberries in the city. We had the space, it was something to start with, but I didn't really bring strawberries into growing up here just because the season is so different from where we used to live, and then most of the time the squirrels and stuff eat them. This garden bed, I did have some strawberries that I had grown in here, but they just didn't taste good. They're very dense, very seedy, didn't have a lot of taste, so I'm just gonna pull them out and I'm gonna get these delicious ones that my mother-in-law gave me, and I'm gonna plant them in here. But before I go ahead and plant them, I am going to be filling up this bed. I've been kind of using some of the soil in here over the years for other beds, just because I knew that I wasn't planning on keeping those strawberries. So basically what I'm doing, I just got some potting mix I picked up. It's kind of like the worst time of year to get soil because everywhere is kind of stopped selling them. So I just went to our local hardware store, picked up some bags of raised bed soil, picked up some manure, black earth. I'm getting some stuff from the garden as well, and some leaf mold and mulch and stuff from in the forest. And I'm just gonna kind of give this garden bed a boost. So anytime that you're planting things, like even like earlier we were planting our garlic earlier, you're wanting to grow some things for the spring, you want to make sure that the garden is really fertilized well, especially for the winter, and you want to have a nice cover crop. So we've got some straw from when we planted our garlic earlier, and I'm going to be doing that as well as covering up these strawberries, and hopefully we'll have a decent strawberry harvest in the spring. Ideally, I would like a second or third bed, but this is the only thing I have right now to use, so I'm just going to put all of my eggs in one basket here. I'm going to put everything in here, see what survives from the runners. Next season, I'm going to be taking some out and starting a couple more beds, raised beds along here. Just because it's so much easier with raised beds, I can cover them. We've got some hoops that go on these that I can cover them with some sort of cloth. One, to protect them from frost, because frost is basically what's probably going to end up killing these strawberry plants. And second, to protect them from any squirrels and birds and stuff that are going to want to eat the strawberries. So the raised bed is kind of the way to go, especially here in this colder climate and with all the animals and stuff we've got going on here. You want strawberries that produce runners, because strawberries really only thrive and give you good strawberries for about 3 or 4 years. And then you're going to want to keep those runners and starting like another bed, because eventually you're going to have to switch over and have take out those mother plants and switch them out with your baby runners. So it's really good idea to kind of keep that cycle going to make sure that you're getting your best strawberry harvest. So these are our strawberry runners here, and this is what a runner would typically look like. Would send off new little babies from the mother plant. As you can see here, there's a little root. I don't know if you can see that or not. Little bit of roots, and that's kind of what you're wanting to see, and this is what we're going to be planting. This actually was another runner from the mother plant, but she allowed it to establish in her garden. I'm going to take it out and then replant it. So I've taken a good amount of ones that have already been kind of started. So all these little plants here I'm going to be planting. Now I am going to thin these out in the spring. I'm going to come out and start a new garden bed. It's not the best time of year to be starting new garden beds. It's really hard to find decent soil this time of year. As well as some good deals on some raised beds. So that's going to be my goal next year. I just want to get these in the ground to make sure that I have them so that they don't die over the winter. What I did was actually just soak them. You can see here, these little things, I just soaked them in water for a few days, and I would drain the water and then I would add more water, and it seemed to really help with the growth of the roots. So when you're planting your strawberries, you want to put them in a good sunny location. They love a lot of sun and a lot of heat, which we get a lot of sun in this spot. So it's a perfect spot to do these strawberries. And basically you're just wanting to make sure that all the roots are planted and leave the plant above ground. Now typically you would space them quite a bit, but for the sake of just preserving these plants until spring, I'm actually going to put them very close together, and I'll be thinning them out in the springtime when I have the ability to do another raised bed for these guys. Thanks for joining us for another gardening video. I can't wait to see how these strawberries are going to turn out next year. I'm not expecting to get an abundance of strawberries, but just a few to add to our variety of fruits we have growing here at Plowman's Backyard. And now adding strawberries to the mix, I'm super, super excited. So thanks once again for joining us here at Plowman's Backyard. If you haven't checked out our other fall videos, such as planting garlic or garden cleanup, go ahead, check those out. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Happy gardening!